We're in Conyers, Georgia at Romp and Roll for a dance recital that almost wasn't. A popular dance studio in Porterdale, Georgia closed its doors recently, leaving customers wondering what's next and, more importantly, where's my money?
So I kept calling her, kept leaving messages, and tried to get, at the last message, I got a little firm with her, and I was like, that's not fair. This is unprofessional. I paid my dues when you asked me to pay. I did everything that you asked me to do as a parent involved in your school. I think you have an obligation to let me know what's going on. And like maybe 30 minutes later, after I left that firm, getting a little bit more nastier message, I got an email saying that the school had been closed and that the recital had been canceled and that we would get our money refunded whenever she could get a chance to do so.
The Covington News was able to obtain this tape recorded inside the studio in Porterdale, showing the children working hard in anticipation of their recital.
Well, first of all, there's been a lot of inconsistencies over the year. I guess that should have been a red flag for us, but I'm just finding out from some of the other parents that even the costume prices were different. So some people paid as little as $80, some people paid as much as $150 for costumes. Having done this before, usually you have your costumes by now, usually a month or 3 weeks before the recital. So I was kind of shocked last week that the costumes had not come in.
So the parents, along with the children, are meeting here at Romp and Roll to discuss the recital and what legal actions, if any, they might take against the owner.
Well, immediately when we got the email, I think my first concern, and I think for most of the parents, it was the children and making sure that we were still able to put on a recital. And so I just happened to know Miss Maloof, who's the owner, and so I know she does a lot of events for the county, and so I contacted her, and she immediately said she would love to do it. And then another parent connected me with Miss Casey, and so between parents all joining in and trying to coordinate things over the last couple of days, it's kind of coming together. I think we've been a little nervous about it, but
this is both of our first recital ever, but we think it's going to be a success, especially for the children. They're going to.
Yeah, and just to set a good example for the children too, that despite adversity, and people can come together and do good things for each other, and that's the important thing in life.
Well, as a parent, my child did the roller figure skating, and I think if somebody had coached my daughter and had spent money for costumes and travel, I'd be a little bit upset. So my heart went out to these families, and it's all about the children. So I have the space. I don't have anything tomorrow between 4 and 8, and we're going to put on a show. It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, so in the blanket she wanted to stay. 2, 3, 4, stick around, we'll tell you more.
Reporting for the Covington News, I'm Daryl Everidge.
Now she's afraid to deny